Hello, readers of Every Word, and welcome to Every Word 365. I'm your host, Christina Munoz-Madsen. Today we're reading 2 Kings 9 through 12. How do you tackle the assignment God has set before you? That's from today's My Daily Walk. Wait, before we get to how, let's focus on what. Do you know what God's assignment for you is? If not, a good place to start is the spiritual gifts test that I sent in an earlier email. Once you know your gifting, you can really pray about what God would have you do. Once that's clear, the zeal of a Jehu would be very beneficial. And this is from a Got Questions link with more about King Jehu. Through Jehu, we can learn that although it is true that God blesses and grants success to those who seek to obey Him, God also can and will pull away His blessing from one who willfully chooses to live in sin. As Jesus says in Matthew 6:24, no one can serve two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. We cannot serve God while continuing to hold on to false gods. As Joshua said, we must choose for ourselves this day whom we will serve. So where does your allegiance lie? And I know it's difficult to read about entire families being wiped out, but anytime that bothers you, just remember to try to think of Israel, the nation, as you, and how you must get rid of all pockets of sin, no matter how little, so that they never infiltrate the rest of you. Other than that, here are several more links for you if you're interested in additional summaries or explanations. Don't ever feel like you need to read all the links. There's a lot in today. It's just some good food for thought. So I'm also including a link on King Joash and then Jezebel, if you've ever heard someone say the spirit of Jezebel. And then, of course, what we can learn from the life of Jezebel. All of those are included in the links from Got Questions that will be included in the podcast description. Tomorrow's reading is 2 Kings 13 through 17. Happy reading! And it's time for a big announcement, and you podcast listeners will be the first to know. As some of you already know, we were planning to go to Israel as a group with Travel with Friends and see the Holy Land and many of the places that we'll be reading about. But after the war broke out there, we postponed the trip. Well, I am so excited to announce that we will now be going to Greece in 2025, and you are invited to go with us. This will be a 10-day Footsteps of Paul tour with Travel with Friends. Just imagine being able to follow in the footsteps of the Apostle Paul through Athens, Mykonos, Ephesus, Patmos, Crete, Santorini, Thessalonica. Wow! Plan to join us on this relaxing cruise of the Aegean Sea, and it's an all-inclusive tour. Reach out to me if you're interested in learning more, and I will add you to our VIP list. Hope to see you in Greece in 2025.